bum, but at this point I call that history. Fuck around and grill a pig like some rotisserie. Give a fuck about who you think you is, don't trust the industry. Why you wanna be my enemy? You should really let me be, cause really you can't fuck with me. Nah, you can't fuck with me, little bitch. And yes, I took my heat. Yes, I love to redo, that made me L-A-M-E or W-I-S-E. My third eye open, I can see. Must protect my inner peace. No response, I can't give you my energy. I don't follow trends, cause bitch, I'ma just
Hi, how's everyone doing? I hope that your day is going wonderful and blessed. I am going to jump straight into it, and this is going to be like a couple of downloads that I have received. I don't know if y'all just saw the orb fly by, but yeah, that could be significant for someone. Someone could be seeing orbs a lot at this time, but yeah, I am going to kind of like jump straight into it of what the ancestors kind of want me to jump into and talk about today. So basically, one of the major downloads that I received at this time was that the ancestors are wanting us to start by giving them offerings. Like, in the movie, I can't remember how it's pronounced. I am going to actually drop the link down below for anyone who wants to watch the movie. And I'm also going to add in a couple of movie clips for kind of example purposes of some of the things that I was like saying, so that you guys can understand a little more about what I was saying, or be able to understand a little better about what it is that I am saying. But basically, so one of the messages, like I received, that the ancestors want us to start by giving offerings and reconnect with them. Basically, it's like we kind of lost our connection to our ancestors through like slavery and through different ways of like our spiritual beliefs being basically stripped from us. And because of this, we have went down this whole spiral of literally forgetting about the ancestors, the Oshuns, the goddesses, the gods, the ascension masters, fairy goddesses. People have goblins, like that's coming through real significant. So I don't know if maybe like there was some, like maybe someone just recently saw goblins, or you have some type of fascination to goblins, and this is why, because you are connected to them. Okay, basically they wanted me to explain like what an offering is. So it's like a lot of times people are giving offerings without realizing it, and then sometimes we literally forget completely about our ancestors or like our past over loved ones. And it's like they're on the spirit realm, like wishing and hoping for us not to forget about them. And meanwhile, in the process of that, we are like forgetting about them. And so they don't want this to happen. When you go and give flowers to like your grave site, or when you go and put certain things down at the grave site, that is a form of giving an offering, and like showing love to the past over loved ones. This feeds their energy. This gives them life. This allows them to continue on, not only with their journey, but to be able to like empower you as well. Because it's like, excuse me. Okay, so it's like basically when you are feeding and giving them life, you're also empowering yourself as well, because again, we are our ancestors, and a lot of times they move and work through us. So it's like, if you are kind of forgetting about them, in a sense, that's forgetting about different forms, like different versions and forms of yourself as well. And so it's like, it's really important for us at this time to not do that. The song that's playing right now is Free. I don't know how that is significant or like relates to, I don't know how that is significant or like relates to someone, but yeah. Also they wanted me to talk about my astral experience that I had with them as well. Towards the end of the movie, like I started getting really emotional. I even like cried and like purged or whatever, because it's just like, it hit me like a realization, like, damn, like they've been here this whole time. They've been guiding me this whole time, and they have waited until this moment for me to remember, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it was almost like a form of like gratitude of knowing that they have been with me on this journey this entire time. And I've been thinking that I am alone. Like I've been basically dealing with the things that I've been going through alone. And meanwhile, like, you know, they're here. And so that was like very powerful to me. And I just had this urge to go and like I was about to play some of my meditation songs that I play or whatever, but it was this African chant song when I am in a form of submitting to spirit. And that's basically where I kind of like kneel down and have my hands like forward or whatever, and my head is like placed either on my like arm area or just like on the ground. It doesn't really matter, or on my bed if I'm doing it on my bed. But when I did this, in my eyes, it's like I am giving gratitude and thanks to them, and I am submitting to the energy in general, the energy of divinity, the energy of I allow y'all to lead now. If y'all listen to the song, like, yeah, it's definitely channeling them right now. But yeah, so it's like I am allowing them to lead and like take over for me and to like move me into the energy that I need to be in, you know, for success and for whatever else is being granted to me. And in the mix of me doing this, I begin to feel so many different energies around me, and I begin to see so many different like feet surrounding me as well. Like it's like my ancestors from different forms and different lives begin to like surround me and surface me, and not just, you know, like the average ancestors that you would think of, or like the Oshun goddesses, or it's like, again, like it was more fantasy type like beings as well that I felt around me, and it was just very, very powerful. And it's like they began to like throw things on me. They began to throw flowers and jewelry and like different things. They was like just literally like piling on my body. And I remember I was being told to lift my head up a little, and when I did this, a necklace, a sacred necklace, was placed around my neck or whatever. And so I knew that this was a form of spiritual protection on my body, because like in the movie they were speaking about how like he had this necklace surrounded around him, and it was like it made his body like a shield. His body became of armor and shield, meaning that it protects him, not only like and with that, like I now understand what they mean by like the Bible terms whenever there was like, I'm going to turn my people, you want to like use weapons against my people, I'm going to make their body into armor, meaning that they're going to spiritually put these shields on us to where the enemy touch us. Literally, the enemy cannot touch us. And so it's like, basically, when they did this, it just felt so like rewarding and powerful, because it's like I'm kneeling down to, you know, give my thanks and gratitude to y'all, and meanwhile you guys are giving your thanks and gratitude to me. And so it's like, it was very shocking for me, like, you know what I'm saying, they made me, I have been spiraling down this whole like energy of like, who am I? But it really stuck to me at that point of like, damn, like, who am I, you know? For them to be praising me the way that they are, and it's like a mutual respect and understanding as well. And I just thought that was very beautiful, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, like, again, they're at this time restoring. My phone is doing something weird. Enemy shall not win or prosper. That is so weird. My phone is doing some weird shit right now. But, and then it stopped. Okay, so yeah, they also wanted me, like, I'm very like, I don't like sharing my downloads. I don't like, for the most part, sharing things about myself, but I have been just being called to do this recently, and I know that it's for a reason, and I know that it's going to like help some people out there. But one of the things they wanted me to share as well is I have multiple like sacred places, but this is where one of them like basically resides at. And in this place, it's like, I remember when I first started my journey of like meditation and stuff like that, I would go to like certain different places, and one of these places, I'm not gonna tell where it sits at, but it is like very high in altitude, I will say that. And so it's like I will always go here, and I remember that this is where I discovered my pet dragon. She's blue, I love her. But yeah, this is where I like discovered my pet dragon, which I feel like this is a version of myself within a different like dimension or form or something, or like a sacred animal that was granted to me for like my form of protection. And when I would like fight in my astral state, I would actually summon and call on this dragon to like basically help me or whatever. But basically, when I was at the sacred place, I remember connecting with my higher self. And the way that I would do this, I would see her sitting. She would always sit in the same spot. And what I would do is just go and like merge my astral projective self, this version of myself. I would merge this with my higher self. And so I would like literally sit in her placement. And I remember they actually refer to me as Anna, like, and I remember them saying Anna, like, turn around. And so like when I did this was my first time ever turning around in this place that I was at or whatever. And so I noticed that it had this whole like leeway to like a different area that I had never noticed because I had never like actually turned around. So yeah, like I had never actually like turned around or whatever. So like once I finally did this and they leaded me to like this place. Okay, so at this time I was just starting like my journey, so it's like a lot of things would like kind of like scare me a little bit, or I would be like a little scared, but they told me to stay there and to not be like pussy basically. And so my God, they funny. But yeah, so basically I remember seeing this. Okay, and first of all, I want to give a shout out to Tunnel Vision. Her YouTube channel is Tunnel Vision. She has like, just through me watching a couple of her videos, have literally like sparked this like things that I already knew, but it's like confirmation. It gave me the like willpower to be able to like speak about certain things or whatever. So like she is very like a very, very gifted channeler as well. So basically I seen this person, like it was this big ass, like she was tall as fuck, like she was like very, very tall, and she had these rose petals surrounded around her entire body. Like it was like a big ass bed of rose petals, and it's like it was like basically like I could kind of like walk around the area of like her body or whatever. So I was kind of like asking them, I was like, who is this? And I remember them telling me that it was me, the highest version of me, the beginning, like my beginning self. And so when they told me this, I asked what happened to her, and they basically explained to me that you know, it was like a war going on at a point in time, and you know, I happened to like lose my life in battle, but they placed my body in this sacred area. It's like basically I remember merging myself with her as well, because it's like I wanted to fully become one with me. From the beginning stage, I wanted to become one with me. So it's like I feel like I'm sharing this because it is needed for us to start like tapping it back into ourselves, start tapping back into you, who you are, who you were in the beginning, the original version of yourself, you know, not who you are in this vessel, but the God, like the goddess within you, you know what I'm saying? The God within you, for my masculines here that I'm talking to. And it was also a scene within a movie, and I feel like this is tying into what I'm about to speak on with the divine unions and like these sacred ancient unions that are like starting to like come about, and like they're starting to reconnect with each other basically. So in the movie, they're always showing you versions of like different ways that you're like projecting. Like they always put that stuff in our faces. And so like in the movie scene, he was just like staring out in the water, and I'm gonna place it in here so you guys can like take a look at it and look for yourself. But he was like staring out in the water and like kind of like just daydreaming about this woman, and she was in her own like part of the city or town, little town that they were in. I wouldn't even say like village, because this was the vibe back then, but in the little village that she was in her own area. She was like, and she was in her head thinking about him as well. And in that moment, they merged with each other and astral projected to each other or whatever. And it's just like a lot of time, I mean, at this moment, I don't know why I said a lot of time, at this moment, a lot of unions can be merging with each other. there could be a lot of sacred unions at this time that is happening and taking place, that the bond is like bringing you guys to each other. And at this time, there's also some who are not yet in union, or don't even know your partner, or you don't even know your person yet, but y'all are astral projecting to each other at this time. On the spiritual side, y'all have united with each other. And it's like only a matter of time before this happens on the physical. Yeah, with this sacred union, I remember, I don't want to just like spoil, I'm not going to spoil the movie for you guys, but basically like, again, we are looking at each other from a perspective when it comes to these unions. Like, they don't want you to look at it from a perspective of this vessel that you're in now. They want you to look at it from the highest form of you, because that's how you also manifest the highest form of love, is to embody that within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once you embody that full representation of self-love that you have for yourself and that you have for every version of yourself within your past lives, and learning to like kind of like heal that trauma from your past life as well, and learning to not basically make the same mistakes and just learn from your past. When it comes to these connections, this is what's going to make the union stronger, you know, and they want us to like know that as well. But yeah, so like, I think that's all that I have for you guys. If I have any more messages, I feel like I'll make another video. But other than that, I don't really feel called to. I hope that you guys are staying prayed up, safe, blessed. And I am praying over each and every one of my subscribers and wishing y'all the best.